Donnie Flaig, the founder and principal of the Flaig Law Firm, has been an attorney since 1997. He specializes in estate planning and corporate law. He's selected as a super lawyer year after year and was recently nominated and selected as a top 100 attorney with the National Advocates and is rated the highest on Avvo. His commitment to excellence and care for his clients sets him apart from others in his field. Let's meet Donnie Flaig. Hello, Donnie. Thanks for coming in.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
Tim.
please sit down. So, Donnie, you've been an attorney since 1997. What got you started in the legal field?
Sure, it's interesting. When I was young, most people go through high school, they go through college, they don't know exactly what they want to do. I'm the opposite of that. When I was in second grade, I knew I wanted to be an attorney. My dad was an attorney. I think it was his passion for the law that really turned me on to also wanting to become an attorney, and that same passion has been a part of my practice as well.
Well, you know, that's marvelous. That same passion, that enthusiasm, of course, helps your clients, because when you've got somebody who's just going through the motions, a lawyer, that's not as good as somebody who, as you said, is passionate. But even that, always knowing that you've wanted to be a lawyer, you're kind of putting things together, two and two, right from a very young age. I got to believe in effect, may sound crazy, but I believe it to be true that in effect has lengthened your education in the law and training, just because you've always probably been looking at things from a legal perspective. So it's, I'm sure, still paying off. Now, estate planning seems such a valuable area of the law, since everyone needs it. I mean, everyone's going to die. What do you like about estate planning?
Well, that's exactly right, Tim. It is an area of law that everybody needs. So when people come in and we go through the process, by the time that they walk out the door, they've got something that they need that is building a legacy for their family. We're able to stop them from going through some of the nightmares of probate and really caring for their family. And that could be from the living trust that we do that then passes wealth from one generation to the next, to also what we call the ancillary documents, which are your powers of attorney for assets, for healthcare. Who's going to make healthcare decisions for you if you can't for yourself? To guardianship, who's going to care for your children? So these are things that a lot of people oftentimes put off, but we love doing it because we're able to handle their affairs now so that they're ready for the future.
Absolutely, and everybody needs that estate plan. It's probably one of the most generous things you can do, because other than some of the things how you'll be treated in end of life, the other aspects of it, I think, it is really for the benefit of your loved ones. So it's a selfless thing to do. What problems do you encounter when people are looking to set up their estate plans, or for those who may already have documents drafted?
Well, absolutely, Tim. You know, we find that there are a few things that happen. One is people just delay, they procrastinate. It's not always the funnest thing to think about and talk about death and what's going to happen later and where's my stuff going to go. So people procrastinate. And then, obviously, death can happen before their documents are drafted or things are taken care of. The second thing is incapacitation. And so now we've got people who wish they had done everything, but now they're mentally unable to handle that. And so now we've got documents that we can't get drafted for them. So the best thing for them to do is to say, hey, listen, I know this is something we need to get done. Let's get in there. Let's go see the appropriate attorney and get those documents drafted now when we have our mind right and we can plan for our future today.
Well, let's switch gears here over to the other side of your practice, corporate law. When it comes to corporate law, how do you bring value to businesses?
Sure. So there's a couple things that we do. One is that we will handle what we call your annual maintenance for a corporation, and that's dealing with the Secretary of State and the drafting and the filing that needs to be done every year. But we also deal with day-to-day operations. So we will have clients come in and businesses who say, hey, Donnie, listen, we've got this contract because we have this business that we're going to be joining with somebody else, and we want you to review it. And one of the big problems that we find is that people use old contracts that are ambiguous. And so we will go in, we'll touch them up. Sometimes we will be drafting contracts ourselves to go ahead and take care of the client and make sure that we are bringing value to their business so that they can handle the day-to-day operations successfully.
All right, so they're going to do what they do best. You're going to free them up to make that happen. Now, distance or location, can your clients be anywhere, or do they need to be right kind of in your vicinity?
Well, that's a great thing about modern day technology. So we have clients all over California, and that's both on the estate planning side as well as the corporate and business side. Because of the internet and the way that we could go ahead and transfer information, teleconference, and really be able to almost, in essence, be in front of our client without actually being in front of them. Location has never been an issue for the Flaig Law Firm. We go ahead and handle people who are 5, 6, 7 hours away at times. And yet it feels as if they are in our office. The great thing about what we do as well, as far as providing value, even for clients that are far, for the ones that are close, it's as if they have in-house counsel without having that in-house counsel cost.
Nice. Now, your contact information is up on the screen. I guess depending on their location, that might affect things about the way to get things started, but maybe not. Maybe everybody starts with a phone call or an email. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Either of those works well. We get phone calls every day. We get emails every day. One thing we pride ourselves on is getting back to clients right away. We want to make sure that we're taking care of and handling clients right where they're at.
You know, the fact is that you are able to expand your practice by being able to work with clients that are located sometimes in distant places. Well, that's really nice for your clients too. Even ones that may be relatively close, they can take advantage of that, some of the electronic means of communicating, because, you know, it's sometimes even better to communicate that way than having to drive across town, let alone, of course, handling people up from all over the state. But anyway, contact information is up on the screen. We appreciate what you do and wish you much continued success. Thank you, Donnie.
Thanks so much, Tim. Great to be here.